Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Mic
5.
check. Mic check.
Oh, what's up, Papa?
What's going on? Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode number 1 of the Balderdash podcast. I'm, of course, here with my co-host, Uncle Legend. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you, Red Devil, since you didn't introduce yourself?
I'm living a dream. Having a grand old time.
All right, so today is the official first episode. Woo! Big hypes, right? We're going to be discussing some topics. A lot of today's topics are going to be on gaming, since that's close to everyone's heart. Our guest speaker today is going to be ColonelGoHard, the
And
Spice
boy, do I
King.
have some questions for GoHard.
The Spice King himself. So he's going to be getting in here a little later. But in the meantime, how was your week? Or day, I guess, huh?
Day? Yeah. Well, I mean, it's been, last Thursday since we did this on
Yeah.
screen? I mean, our unofficial first episode.
I love
Pretty
unofficial.
good. I mean, I did some streaming over the weekend. One of the events I did was I'm starting to learn how to play Apex. So the lovely Uncle Legend here is teaching me how to play that, and I gotta say, I'm enjoying the hell out of the game. I don't know if it's the movement, if it's the shooting, if it's the class abilities, but I'm really enjoying playing it.
Could be that back-to-back dub that can normally do it sometimes.
Could be that back-to-back dub. Yeah. Other than that, I did spend a little time on Warzone. Just a little bit.
Ugh.
It was. I wanted to play Verdansk before it's goodbye forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, with the new Caldera map coming in on the 8th for Vanguard users and the 9th for everyone else.
Yeah. So I spent a little time. I only played solos by myself just to remember how much I hate that map. And then I kind of immediately went to Rebirth.
What? I don't know what it, dude. So here's the thing, right? On my channel, a lot of the early content was all it was all Warzone. That's all it was, right? I played Warzone a lot. I had a little bit of Apex mixed in, but I pretty much just played Warzone and Rebirth Island, and it was I don't know, over the last month, maybe month and a half, the game has just been stale. There's nothing. Even when you catch a dub, it just doesn't feel rewarding, right? I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just me, but they hopefully when the new map comes out, it reignites the flame, if you will. But I don't know. I have not been enjoying Warzone lately at all.
And I was playing solo, so I didn't really enjoy my time there. I'm sure with a team, I probably would have had a little bit more fun doing it.
Right.
But that's also the thing. My channel was founded on Warzone. That was, I think, the second thing I streamed. The first thing I ever streamed, I think, was Guild Wars 2.
Oh,
But
okay.
from there, it was Warzone. I mean, if you look back at my VODs from a year ago, it's just Warzone, 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 Warzone. So I kind of got to pay a little homage to that because that's why I am where I am. I mean, I'm not a huge streamer, but I have a little bit of a following. I got some people who come in, and a lot of them expect that Warzone or Call of Duty game when they come here.
Yeah, what's so how far back do you go for Call of Duty?
Oh, I go COD 4 Modern Warfare.
Okay.
I don't go before that. I never played the non-multiplayer games.
Yeah, that's where I started. I think that's where a lot of people started at. So, if you look back at the Modern Warfare series, right? They were all great games. I mean, Modern Warfare 4 changed the landscape for first-person shooters as we see it today. I mean, they instituted a lot of new things that hadn't been done before, and they worked really well. That being said, Vanguard.
Yeah.
It's been out for a little over a month now. Coming up right on a month. We've both played it quite a bit. You're Prestige 3. I'm almost Prestige 3. What are your thoughts? What do you think about the game? I don't know. Do you think that it has the same Call of Duty spark as the old ones? Was there anything innovative about the game that kind of caught you and like you thought would be worth it.
Innovative, no. I don't feel like Vanguard really did anything that a previous Call of Duty hasn't. I mean, what they add, like Champion Hill,
Yeah.
which an original idea. Is it like the next, is it the juice, as some of the streamers in the community call it? No, it's not the juice. I mean, but for me, when I first started playing Vanguard, I went back to them, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2 days, where I found myself wanting to grind out them, attachments, wanting to grind the guns up, wanting to get gold, which I haven't felt that way with Cold War or Modern Warfare.
Right.
I grinded out Modern Warfare for guns for Warzone.
Right. No, Cold War sucks, man. I think people put it too high up on their list. I think it's arguably one of if not the worst Call of Duties to ever be released.
The only thing I really enjoyed about Cold War was Face Off. 3v3 on extremely small maps. I had a lot of fun with that game mode.
That was fun, and the zombies, I feel good for like zombies players because the zombies content wasn't lacking up until just a few months ago when they stopped releasing or not stopped releasing, but they hadn't released content in a while for it. But yeah, other than that, the game was pretty shit.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, the sound was shit. The running, the animation, the movement in that game was shit. See, now, well, like I said, with Vanguard, I don't feel that way. I feel like Vanguard's extremely solid. Now, the shotgun meta sucks ass.
Oh my god.
Except for It's Me Vash, it sucks ass.
No, it sucks ass for him too. He's just a lovable guy, so he gets away with it. That's how that works.
I mean, I'm playing games with him, and I'm watching him just walk. He's not even sprinting to objective. He's just walking with the shotgun, mowing everyone down, and I'm trying to grind a goddamn camo on my automation. And yeah, it's it's a little depressing, but I think it'll get fixed. I really do.
It will. It's the same crap as the 725 when Modern Warfare 2019 came out. The Incoherent says Infinite Warfare is top poop tier.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree. Even though, what's funny about Infinite Warfare is I played it a lot. Like, I have a lot of memories of playing the game, but at the same time, the game wasn't very memorable, so I forget that it exists. But I had like 200 and something hours. I had almost 10 days of time in that game.
Yeah, for me, I maybe had like 5 or 10 hours in it. My Call of Duty stopped at Ghost. I hated Ghost, and then I picked it back up at Modern Warfare.
You didn't even play Black Ops 4?
No.
But did you play Black Ops 3?
No. Did not play. Well, I played a little. I owned Black Ops 4. I think I played like 2 or 3 multiplayer matches and a match or two of Blackout with Spades. But other than that, I didn't really play them.
Oh my god, we've got to get this man Black Ops 3 because Black Ops 3 is arguably one of the best Call of Duties in history.
See, I feel like, for me, this is just personal. Everything's up to you, whoever's talking. But Black Ops 2 was my shit. That was my favorite one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I personally prefer Modern Warfare 2, maybe 3. They're kind of close together. To as my favorite, but Black Ops 2 was a lot of fun.
I was like Prestige 10. I had everything diamond in Black Ops 2.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, Blops 2.
But other than that, this week, I played some Forza. That's not something I found that Forza I don't feel is the best to do on stream.
No?
Because I'm constantly concentrating on the race. I don't really acknowledge chat as much as I like to. I like to talk to chat. I like to keep interacting with them. That's why I'm doing this. And so I don't have any plans of streaming that. But the game I did play on stream, which was yesterday, was Prop Night. Now, have you seen anything on that game?
I was actually watching you play it with It's Me Vash and Hannah Girl the Bot.
Yep.
That
was a great time.
It's okay. So like that game and Dead by Daylight, both of them, for some reason they just don't pique my interest at all. Like okay. I don't know what it is about them. I just don't enjoy them. Maybe it's because I know I'd be shit at them and like there's just no way around it. But I don't know. They don't even catch me.
Okay. See, I never played Dead by Daylight, but I played Prop Night, and I don't think it's something that I would sit here right now, boot up, and play with a bunch of randoms. But if another 2 or 3 people are like, "Hey, let's play some Prop Night," I'm down. I'm game.
Okay. So you did enjoy that then, playing it with them?
Yeah, that was a blast. Like I said, I wouldn't do it on my own, but I think for this week, what I got in store is with the new map in Warzone. Obviously, there's going to be quite a few Warzone streams this week,
Yeah.
and then I got to finish up my Pokemon stuff and move on to the next series I want to do with that. But I do want to squeeze Apex in. That game has got me by the balls right now,
Oh
and
yeah.
that's what I want to play. Like that's what I want to do.
So I've got a question from the Incoherent here. He says, on that note, speaking about Prop Night and Forza, how difficult is it to stream without friends to play with? Depends on the game, man. For me, at least, like, will I play Warzone solo? I mean, I probably would too. I'll play like randoms or whatever. But like Apex and especially Icarus, that I will probably never play them solo. But that's like a personal thing for me. I hate playing alone. Like I always want to be with someone.
Yeah, kind of the same for me. If I was gonna stream something like Warzone or Apex or anything like that, I'd probably want a crew. I don't really have an issue streaming alone, especially if it's Pokemon. Now I know that's just me, not you, but when you're playing a more competitive game, I feel like it's a lot easier to go live when you already have a crew you're running with.
Yeah, like you have the squad set up. Like I know that if I go live on Apex, I'm gonna have my boy Mystery right there, right?
Yeah.
And me and him are gonna grind together. But yeah, it's I think it's tough. I think it's a personality thing too. Um, like I feel like it's a huge personality thing if you're gonna stream solo or with friends.
Yeah.
And
Well, for
also a
me,
lot of it has to do with like your chat activity too. Like the more active that people are in chat and the more opportunity you have to interact with chat and talk with them, that can sometimes be a huge deciding factor also, because like when I'm playing with just my friends and chat gets super active, it gets tough to interact with both, and it's kind of fun. But at the same
mhm,
time, if I'm playing solo and I have a super active like chat box and people are just talking and we're talking back and forth and I'm getting to interact with everyone, it's a lot of fun, and that's a lot easier than just like sitting there mindlessly playing a game and no one to talk to at all.
yeah, you kind of need one or the other. You either need your group of friends to talk to while you're playing, or you need chat. Like if you're streaming a single player game, you almost need chat to talk to while you're playing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but for me, I mean, it's been for the most part relatively easy. I call Spades and say, "Hey, let's play this," and he jumps on. I always have my duo. It hasn't been too bad for me. But
uh,
other than that, that's been my week. So how's everything gone for you?
it's been pretty good. Full-time streaming, right?
Hmm.
So that's been my life for the past couple months. It's been going well. My sleep schedule got all screwed up again. So now I don't go to bed till like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and then I sleep until like 3 or 4 at night.
Oh,
Um,
living a dream over there.
yeah. Thank God I can sleep during the day, man. I don't know what I would do.
Oh,
Um, but yeah, we got into a bunch of Apex per usual. That's been my game, man. I've been loving Apex. We've been grinding like ranked and stuff too. So like that's been fun. And then the new game, who's it made by? GameWorks, I think. Made a game. The game's called Icarus, and that game's fun, dude. So like, it's you. First of all, you have to play it with someone else, and like,
yeah.
I like you have to. There's no way to play it solo. It's playing it solo would suck,
There
honestly.
hasn't been a survival game that I have played where I'm like, I want to do this by myself. That doesn't happen.
Yeah. Well, and
You
it's
need
cool
friends.
too because like most survival games, right? It's just they drop you on like a planet, an island, an alien landscape, whatever, right? And then the whole goal is just survive. That's it.
Yeah.
Like you just survive. Like Minecraft kind of has that in-game beat the Ender Dragon, the whole nine. But for the most part, like the goal of any survival game is just to survive. With Icarus, you can play that mode. It's called Outpost, and you could play to just survive, right? And build your base and do whatever, no time limit. Or you can take contracts. They're prospect contracts. And you go down onto the surface and you build up. You have to earn XP. You have to do all this stuff. And you have a day, like an IRL day limit on the mission to complete it. And some of them are like scanning stuff, collecting components, putting them together, and then scanning storms in certain areas, defeating bosses, hunting down prey, and all that stuff. And then the tech trees are crazy, man. So you have like, I don't know. There's so much content in that game. Like you have your basic tech tree, which has like farming and hunting and doing all that stuff that you learn skills through. And then you have a full combat section for bows and stuff that you learn skills through on that. And then if you do play solo, you have a whole solo tech tree that you can learn that gives you buffs. It's crazy.
So with it having two different modes where one's just general jump in survival and one's you have a day on the planet, is there more reward for doing the mode where you're just spending a day?
Yeah, so you get rewarded like crafting points, which you can then use to craft better exosuits. And so it's on an alien planet that you can't breathe, so you have to always have oxygen. And so the suits, you wear like space suits, and the suits pretty much you can like get you can upgrade and stuff like that. You can upgrade all your tools. You can take, I mean, it's crazy. There's so much to it. It's insane. Also, say hello to KVZ because KVZ is in the house, baby.
He's also in my chat. Love me some KVZ.
Hell yeah, we do. But yeah, other than that, the week went pretty good. Yesterday was my wife day.
Yep. So we played Apex on your wife day.
Yep, that's what we did. Well, Sundays have always been our long time. That's the only day for a few years that I would regularly had off. So they've always been like our day to relax with each other, watch TV. I came out, she was doing school, so I was like, all right. So I hopped on Apex with you, and I got off Apex to go watch TV with her, and she's playing Minecraft with a girlfriend of hers from work. And I was like, you bitch. But I was like, come on. So then I went out and I watched Rick and Morty for a little bit on the couch, relaxing.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
And she finally came out. We watched the new, we started watching the new season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Okay.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That's one thing, since I've entered the whole Twitch community, my TV watching is almost zero.
Mm-hmm.
There's very few shows or anything, or even movies to this day that I watch. I'm usually here like, who's live? Who am I watching? What are they doing? What do I want to play?
Yeah.
Or, I have a few mod responsibilities and some chats. So if, certain people are live, it's like, okay, well, let me jump in here and make sure nothing's going on, nothing's too crazy. So yeah, there hasn't been much TV in my house, at least for me, in a while.
Well, yeah, I'm not a huge movie person. So I don't really like movies, but I'm a huge TV show person that has like a good story or whatever. And then also like one big difference is my full-time job is streaming, and you work like a real man. So
work like a real man.
So I have time to stream and support other people, and then also watch TV. But yeah, the new season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine is pretty good. It's fairly political, which is okay. I mean, it's a show about cops. What do you?
Yeah.
I mean,
nowadays that's tough to do.
Yeah, and they're going about it the right way, like the best way they can. But yeah, no, it's pretty good. It's pretty funny.
It's Hungry Fat Man says, "Wait, people watch TV?" LOL. He's saying, he said, "Yo, new Fortnite is lit, bros."
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Fortnite.
You will be soon if Spades gets all his points.
Yeah, well, once Spades gets up his points, I'm fucked, and I gotta stream it. For anybody listening outside of Twitch here, I have a channel point redemption for 150K. They can click it. I have to do a scheduled 2-hour stream of Fortnite. Not looking forward to it. Luckily, a couple people in the community said if it happens, they'll help me. So, not the end of the world.
But yeah, that was my. Oh, that's been my week. I mean, yeah, lots of late nights. Nothing too spectacular. My life's pretty boring, honestly.
My life's not too exciting. Full-time job, 2 kids, and trying to create some content. I mean, that's pretty much my life.
Sounds perfect.
It's Hungry Fat Man says I'm not a fan of Fortnite too. So you're not a fan of Fortnite, but you're saying it's good.
I saw that you can swing around as Spider-Man. That might get me to play any game, dude. I love web slinging.
Well, it interests me because the game that's been out for so long, if someone's not a fan of it, and they changed something enough where you weren't a fan of it, but now you're going to jump in it. I'm interested in know what they changed.
Oh, here we go. This is where Red becomes a Fortnite kid.
No, I got so much on my plate that I want to play that I don't have time for another BR, especially with the new Warzone map coming up.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know.
Now, do you think do you think Fortnite did this on purpose to try and compete with Warzone?
No, I don't think. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that Warzone and Fortnite really compete. If you look at the battle royales, and you look at the dynamics, the what am I trying to think? The skill gaps in each of them, the targeted audience, the everything, not to mention how successful Fortnite is. I feel like the two don't really compete. Now, one thing I am convinced about though is Call of Duty got scared of Halo. And so they pushed their date back because it was originally supposed to release about a week before Halo Infinite launched, and now it's releasing on the same day. Which I don't know. I know you're gonna play Call of Duty, but I don't know which one I'm gonna play. I'm gonna be completely honest because I want that Halo campaign so bad.
Yeah, I can't say too much. I played Halo solo, so my opinion of it is probably not accurate. But to me, it felt like back in the day, and nothing really changed. Like,
Yeah,
they didn't add anything. They didn't take anything away. It just felt like I was back in 2005 playing some Halo.
a lot of that was intentional too because Halo 4 and Halo 5 really did they pushed the envelope too far. They went far from the roots of Halo. A lot of fans hated it.
I remember that.
Yeah, and so 343 kind of targeted Halo fans this time around, and they said, hey, we're going to bring you guys kind of back to roots. So you've got power weapons, you've got the extensive time to kill. They did add sprint teams. So one thing that I noticed, I went back and played the Master Chief Collection probably 3 months ago or so. And I was playing some of the older Halos on multiplayer, and without a sprint button, dude, shooters are so slow. They are so slow. Like Halo 3, I remembered it being fun, fast-paced, competitive, and I played it, and it was dull and, like, slow. And so them adding a sprint mechanic that was absolutely needed. But, I mean, outside of the sprint mechanic and some of the new abilities, like the drop shield and the grappling hook, most of it, I mean, yeah, a lot of it is from the past. New maps though. But yeah, I think it appeals a lot more to diehard Halo fans like myself.
Yeah, that's kind of what I seem to think it is. It's for them diehards who want to go back to that time and play that game. For me, it was I've kind of been there, done that type situation. Now I do think they have promise. I mean, I might be a BR whore, but if they drop a battle royale, I'm in.
Oh my god!
Like a Halo BR, I think would be pretty cool.
We'll get into that in a minute. Coming on over now, we are going to get ColonelGoHard into the channel. GoHard, we are in the Discord. You just joined the green room, and I will get you into the podcast. ColonelGoHard is a streamer on Twitch. He also does content creation on TikTok. You can follow his journeys throughout different games as well as his pepper growing, I don't know, mania, if you will. Over
fucking nut.
Yeah, over on Twitch and TikTok, we will be linking all of his information to Twitter posts immediately following the podcast, as well as you can look him up at ColonelGoHard. He's a really nice guy. We have known him for a while. Red has known him longer than I have.
A little bit longer, yeah. I met him about a year ago.
Yep, but he is definitely worthy of being host number 1 on the podcast if he'll get in here. I think we're having some technical difficulties. Red, sing a song or sing me a lullaby or something.
Sing you a lullaby.
Yeah.
I am not good at being put on the spot to sing a song because I'm just gonna go straight to fucking Eminem because that's all I know.
Here he is. Welcome him now, ColonelGoHard, ladies and gentlemen.
Go hard.
What's up, GoHard?
Gentlemen, does my mic work?
Yes, it does. It sounds great.
It does.
How good do I sound?
You sound amazing. How are you doing today, fella?
I'm doing all right. I wanted to turn off TV before you guys end up hearing yourselves because it's hard. I mean, it sounds amazing. Your voices are really turning me on.
Oh, here we go.
Right away.
Yeah, right off the bat.
I will say, listening to you on your cell phone last night compared to listening to you on this mic, it is 1,000 times better.
Okay, you know what? I'm fucking glad you said that because you understand how much shit I've gone through today to try and set things up, and I am still about to smash my head through a wall at this point. Just saying.
It comes with any new computer. Don't worry, it's not just you.
Yep, we've all been there.
I
feel like Liam Neeson, but I don't have that particular set of skills.
Well, that's one thing. Our community is extremely helpful. So, of course, you know that. If you ever need anything, just hit us up.
Or just ghost into a talk on DC.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Can I just point out this whole Black Ops 3 thing? You are fucking wrong, Uncle Legend. Okay,
I am not wrong.
The very best Call of
Shots
Duty
fired.
to date is the very first Modern Warfare that
Wrong.
turned everything from World War II to Modern Warfare.
Wrong.
And it still has the best movement.
Wrong.
Fact.
Modern Warfare has the best movement? Bro, in Modern Warfare, you walked around like you had cinder blocks tied to your legs. It does not have the best movement in Call of Duty is probably Modern Warfare 2019.
No chance.
Yeah.
See,
but
is,
I didn't say
you have to engage in gun warfare, and you couldn't just like dilly-dally, slide, cancel, snake, Superman jump up over top while no scoping people. Like, that's some fucked up shit right there.
To me, it sounds like you might just be bad at Call of Duty. I don't know. Go hard.
You're not wrong.
I didn't say.
Wrong.
I also didn't say that Black Ops 3 was the best Call of Duty. I said it was one of the best, arguably one of the best.
Yeah, I argue.
Well, you can argue all you want.
I'm still right.
Anyway, go hard. So welcome in. So basically what we want to do is kind of a interview type situation, but first I'd like you to start by just telling me a little bit about yourself. What are your hobbies? What do you like to stream? Games you play? Stuff like that?
Okay, I'm a bot basically at every game, but I enjoy doing games. No, I mean, I stream mostly. I mean, I'm not wrong, but I like to pretend I'm not wrong. I stream Warzone. I play Call of Duty. I've always played Call of Duty. I played competitively, actually, on the original Modern Warfare. And then I got old, and things happened, like old eyesight, you know?
I feel your pain.
Exactly. And, you know, arthritis and canes and little children who are coming up here.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Stop it, you ass son of a bitch. Don't you speaking to me like that. All right. No, but yeah, no, I breakdance for years. Before COVID, I was breakdancing a lot still on work and whatnot. And then during COVID, I was stuck at home basically for a year because our company went under. And my friend Faith, who a lot of people know, she convinced me that maybe I should at least try streaming if I'm going to be gaming all day anyways. So we tried setting that up, which has been like, well, it's a thing.
Yeah, it is a thing.
it's a thing. It's a growing thing. It's happening. But yeah, no. I mean, really, hobbies. Fuck, breakdancing, which most people don't understand. That's why I changed the name actually from B-boy to ColonelGoHard. It's because everyone didn't understand what the fuck a B-boy was, and it's kind of insulting, really. So I switched over to ColonelGoHard.
Yeah.
But that and peppers, really. You guys all know my fascination with peppers.
Oh, the peppers.
This man and his
peppers.
peppers.
The peppers. The peppers get absolutely insane. I will say this though, if you ever tune into one of GoHard stream and you see him saying that he is into breakdancing will become no surprise at all. Like if you just saw him, he looks like you would find him under a graffiti covered bridge, surrounded by a bunch of other people with a boombox, just trying to break it down.
When Santa squeezes his
Yeah,
fat
I
white
used to
ass
do that
down
all the
that
time,
chimney
man.
night,
I used to
he's gonna
dance
find
at
the
bus stops
jolliest
waiting
bunch
for
of
the
assholes
bus,
this
and,
side of the
like,
nut house.
I was part of 4 Element crew. Went on tour with a bunch of people like Rascal, Chocolat, Cardinal Official, the game, stuff like that. So I did my time. I'm fat now. I got like 20, 30 extra pounds I got to drop because of COVID.
I think all of us kind of threw on some weight during COVID. Kind of
That
cooped
being
up in
said,
our houses.
I am going to do a redemption at some point. I don't know how many points, but something, and I'll do. I want to start breakdancing again, so I'll do something in my living room for it or whatever.
There you go.
I think so. I just got to get these like old man joints so they don't, break and end up in a pile of crying mess.
All right, cool. So,
I do not know
had a couple
what
questions I wanted to ask you, and we're gonna lead the question off with what's probably gonna be my staple question: are you a grower or a shower?
Oh my god.
That's tricky. I definitely would say grower.
How can that be tricky? You should know the
Okay.
answer.
There are reasons it's tricky. I'm not sure you want me to go into depth for, but yeah, no. I would say grower, but we're not coming from nothing to something.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Here first.
Yeah.
Starts packing.
I've got the
I mean,
sound
I've measured.
alerts are working on my stream, and I don't want them to.
The stream elements.
No, the sound alerts bot.
Oh, okay. Well,
Damn.
first episode, man. No worries.
Yeah.
Did someone Titanic you? Because I totally would have Titanicked you.
I got the Vacationers, jolly bunch of assholes sound effect,
Nice.
but that's okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Back to the matter at hand here. Are we doing a podcast? Is that what we're doing?
I believe so.
Are we still podcast? Okay.
I have no idea.
You don't know either, GoHard? GoHard. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know, I had a running agreement with GoHard that I didn't think. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't think that you would actually do your part of it. I'm going to be completely real with you. And
I think I know what you're talking about.
And that's that I told him that if he sent me a pepper, I would infuse it into a bottle of vodka, and there would be a sub goal for the end of that month. If we hit the sub goal at the end of that month, I would get drunk off that bottle of vodka only.
Well, you said you're gonna get drunk, not just take a shot. You're fucking crazy, bro.
That's okay. And now, see, when I said that, I didn't think that you would actually send the pepper. And now, there's a Brazilian ghost pepper.
Two, actually.
Two Brazilian ghost peppers headed to my house eventually.
And a reaper.
And a reaper.
And a ghost. That
are going to be put into a bottle of vodka. And GoHard, I want you to tell me what you think's gonna happen, because I didn't think you'd actually. For anybody who doesn't know, GoHard grows a shit ton of peppers, and they're all spicy. And I'm pretty sure that if the devil came to the planet and he wanted to try the hottest thing, he would first try GoHard and then one of his peppers, I think, is what would happen.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, maybe.
Maybe.
It's because I can't get a hold of a C's. The jerk won't fucking sell them. But
oh my god,
I do have some hybrids that push the limits, I think. That being said, though, okay, so you want to know what I'm gonna think's gonna happen? I don't think it's gonna be a good time. You better hope you don't puke. That's really the goal. So it's See, I haven't even had vodka infused. Now, if you're using a smooth vodka, then at least you don't have that bite. But I mean, they're hot, dude.
I know they're hot, man. Like that's the thing.
There's definitely gonna be some asshole burning, is my guess.
No, I don't think so. I don't think there'll be as much actually with the because it's vodka, right?
Yeah.
So the way you metabolize it, I think it's gonna be more like pissing out battery acid. To be fair,
Oh.
I mean,
Legend.
yeah.
You
No
way too hard on this one,
bro. Okay, and here's the thing too. I'm gonna level with you guys. I take this. I take this medication for my headaches. It's just an all natural like thing. I'm not that type of person, but this was suggested by the neurologist, and it's a bunch of herbs, and there's some root in there. I think it's yarrow root. Turns your pee like battery acid yellow or green, right? So like. I swear to God, my pee could grow in the dark, or glow in the dark if you saw it. And now it's just gonna feel the way it looks. That's awesome. I love that so much. Yay!
The reason why I say that is because like I mean I overindulge regularly. Sadly, I probably shouldn't, but I do. And so, yes, if you have enough of it, I mean, obviously I have a tolerance, but if you have enough of it, then sure, the next day when you're shitting out, it can be a little uncomfortable, whatever. But it's not that bad. The times, though, that I have really super, like when I try the hottest stuff that I made, like the fermented stuff that I had recently, if I have too much of that, then definitely the next day when I pee, I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember I ate that yesterday. And I'm aware. So if I'm thinking if it's infused in the vodka, which is an alcoholic drink, and it gets metabolized and it's in your fats, when you break that down, you don't have food you're breaking it down with. So it's just gonna come out when you take a piss, I think. It's gonna feel.
I'm eating so much bread before I do that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I want it to all get absorbed and I want to shit it out. I'd rather do that than pee it out. Cause
there's no way I'm having a screaming piss.
Yeah, no.
It depends. You say you're gonna get drunk off it. Depends how fast you get drunk, I think. And it depends how much, because I've never seen, like, I do know some people use dry peppers, but a lot of people use fresh peppers when they do it. It's much better. You got more oils, so they get into the vodka better. The dry pepper should be fine. I think it'll still do the same thing. But it depends really, like, your concentration of capsaicin in that bottle, how big the bottle is, how much you drink. So that's going to depend too.
God, I'm going to have to do so much research on this to make sure that I do the perfect thing. Right?
Fuck, like, no, just shove it in there, bro.
That's what she
said. That's what she said. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, so moving on. Let's move on. All right. Let's do this.
Yes.
You went over that. Sorry, I'm reading my notes, dude. Okay, this is episode 1. You think I'm gonna be a professional GoHard?
I fucking do, full-time streamer.
It's gonna take us to at least episode 2.
Don't
right? I'm just
patronize me.
I'll take it. So
yeah, you will.
Yeah, take it.
I will. I'm very good at it. Your inspirations for streaming. So you said about how Face said, well, if you're going to be playing video games all day, why don't you stream? Is there anything else that kind of drove you to, start streaming on Twitch?
That's actually a good question. Okay, so Faith is basically my sister-in-law. So when she said, I was like, okay, whatever. And she's like, no, you could do it. I can help you out. I'll figure it out. And I was like, oh, okay, sure, whatever. Maybe it could be kind of cool. I'm doing it anyways, whatever. And then I was watching Josh Barracks. I don't know. I think he's one of the first streams I started watching.
Okay.
And it's just like his energy, and I kind of vibe with that. I'm a bit of a goofball, and I'm kind of extroverted, but I'm not. And then I'm also like, fuck people, fuck real life people, fuck going outside, and all the rest of it. So that kind of led me to being like, okay, I can meet people on here, other people who aren't. This is my big thing, actually, is stereotypical judgments. Everyone outside, especially in construction, is like, yeah, I want my tools, I want my big truck, and I want to work all the hours I can. And I'm like, yeah, no, fuck that. I want to go home, chill with my family. I want to play video games. I don't give a fuck. I don't feel embarrassed about that. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
And so finding other people who are into that as well was kind of an enjoying thing. I noticed with Josh's community and then Vash's community, which I went to through Josh, and then 40's community and your community as well. Like as I went through his communities, I actually started meeting people and making friends, which I didn't realize when I started, but as I started doing it, I realized was actually the most important. It's why I stream now, anyways.
Okay.
In the beginning wasn't what I started for, but it's why I stream now, and that's because like when I stopped breakdancing, I lost my community. Like I've been breakdancing since I was 16. I've been involved in the hip hop industry since I was 16. And I lost my community. I lost my crew. You know, we've all grown up. We've had kids. We've gotten married. We've had to, you know, spend more time at home. We don't go to the studio. We don't drink after the studio and do stupid things like, you know, steal each other's fucking pants, run off, throw them in the snow, and shove you outside and lock the door of the studio. You know, shit like that.
Yeah,
That don't
no,
happen
that's
no more.
totally normal. People do that on a daily basis.
Yep. Happens to me every day.
Yeah, like every day, dude. I walk into a Walmart, somebody steals my pants and throws me in a snowdrift.
Yeah, exactly. See what I mean? And that shit doesn't happen much anymore, I bet, right? So, you lost.
Yeah,
your
dude,
Walmart
COVID
community.
definitely took that away.
Yeah, exactly. And now you don't want to go to a new Walmart and rebuild a new community. So, what'd you do? You went on Twitch, became a full-time streamer. Same thing.
So for you,
now-
it was more or less once you got started, it was what you were gaining when you started is what kept you going.
yeah, my inspiration was to do it for fun because
Okay.
I'm doing it anyways. And then I realized I wanted to keep doing it because it's a social thing. Like I feel stronger connections with friends that I built here than the fucking jackasses outside at work fucking talking about next tool they're fucking buying.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's fair. Yeah.
So with that, one thing I've kind of noticed is when everybody's on their path to affiliate, you know, you need them 3 concurrent viewers, all the follows, all the streams. How was your path to affiliate, and did you have a fall off after?
That's actually really good. Okay, so my path to affiliate was actually pretty slick. I was really, really lucky. Mostly because Faith, you, Spades, actually Spades especially. So I don't know if Spades is even in there, but Spades really fucking, he was in like every day, every stream.
Mhm.
Taught me so much. And Josh Barracks like really pushed it, and Vash pushed, and so I was really, really lucky. The networking just happened easily and quickly.
Okay.
As for that though, did I get fall off after? Yeah, pretty quick, I think. It wasn't
Okay.
actually, I wouldn't even say pretty quick. Like it was a bit of a fall off, and then the fall off because my time as I started getting established on what my schedule would be kind of unfortunately conflicts a little bit with the communities that I had become involved with, and then the fall off definitely happened because obviously you can't support everyone at the same time, and you know we're all from the same communities, so it gets tricky bouncing around. But yeah, there's definitely a fall off. I just think that's when you got to grind harder, right?
Yeah, the fall off. I think it's a huge problem in the Twitch world is everybody wants to grind someone to affiliate, right? And that's like what I try to tell new streamers is I'm like, you're gonna get a lot of people who want to help you hit affiliate, right? And then
Yep.
you're gonna hit affiliate, and your views is gonna go from a 3-4 average down to a 2, and then you've gotta spike that baby back up. You gotta start doing your own work. You know, you gotta start promoting your stream. You gotta start making content. You gotta start busting it out. It's not like getting to affiliate is easy compared to actually maintaining and having a community. And GoHard, would you say that you kind of agree with that and that's something that you've kind of struggled with yourself? Or would you say that, you know, it's kind of just depends on the person? I don't know. Do you have a different view on that?
No, I think you're right. I think that is the case, but the grind to affiliate, like as long as people are helping educate you as well as driving you to affiliate, I think it's important. Like you say, like you tell people like, hey, you know, expect that this is going to happen. That's important that people know that because you want to grind and help people get to affiliate because when you hit that affiliate point, you don't have to, that's not a stress you have to consider anymore. You can stream for 8 hours straight on your favorite video game that you've ever played and only have one view, and it don't matter. It doesn't matter. Like you're still an affiliate. You're not losing that.
Yeah.
But during that period, if no one explains it to you, it could be a bit of a shock to drop off after. Someone should tell you, hey, this is what will happen after. So now that you're on your road to affiliate, we're gonna help you get there. start looking at what you can do to grind that out. Because if you can be consistent and you can be on social media, TikTok, YouTube, being as consistent as possible, then you can drive and hopefully pick those numbers up and keep those numbers afterwards. And I've seen it with some people, and it
Yeah.
kind of did work for me. I was on like a 5 to 7 people average until I got sick. And that's when it really kind of went downhill. I was like, got sick for, I don't know, it must have been a month and a half where I got really, really sick. And I had to step away. And then I came back and struggling to get consistent on TikTok again, struggling to get consistent with other things. Well, everyone's kind of dispersed back to the communities. You don't have that drive for affiliate to pull them back again. So you need someone to educate and be like, hey, while people are driving you here, this is your opportunity. Get consistent, get on your socials, like push, grind as hard as you can. And then that'll help you kind of clutch some of those people after who'll want to stick around because you're being consistent.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's a really good view on it, honestly.
Yeah, I know for me, like my path to affiliate felt like Vash was holding this hand, 40 was holding this hand. I was a newborn baby. They were walking me down, but then understandably, when I hit affiliate, their job was done. Now it's time for me to put my own work into my own content. So yeah, me personally, I definitely noticed a fall off. I mean, I got my regulars, of course, I got my OGs who are almost always here, but there was certainly a fall off after that. Gift a sub shows up or subscribe shows up in your corner. You start to lose them people who are there to help you get there, and then they're like, okay, he's there. Let him spread his wings and fly.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's a big thing too is smaller streamers, especially when they're first getting into it, like when they're starting to stream, right? Like it's your first stream. You don't know what's going on, right? But you want to get into it. One thing that I don't think is really recognized or realized is that yes, like my job, now granted, neither of us in here have huge communities, but we have awesome communities. And so my
Correct.
job is to get my community to help you get to the point to where you can start financially monetizing your stream. And then from there forward, it's your job to put out content and get your own community and start building it yourself. And so like I'm going to push you, and if I like you, I'll come to your stream, I'll do all this stuff, but I'm going to push you as far as I can with my help and shout outs and everything. But then once you hit that point, it's all on you, and it's your content, and it's going to be what you do. And of course, like there's going to be advice, there's going to be questions, there's going to be all of that stuff. And that's something that I think any of the communities inside of this community are really good at doing, is that if you have a question, you can always ask it. But
Yeah.
for the most part, like that's on you, man.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the big thing is like making sure people are aware of that. If you are going to help drive someone to affiliate, let them know and help them every way. Because I mean, that's the thing I like about community. Everyone wants to help everyone, and that's great. But some of that help has to be like in education. And then also, people need to understand that like I came in late even, and I've been doing this now, I guess, for, I don't know, 6 months apparently. I don't know. It seems crazy. But it's saturated as hell.
Oh yeah.
And it's not just Warzone.
for
Like
sure.
I picked the most saturated game to be streaming, and that's crazy enough. But it's like the streaming demographic itself is completely saturated because with COVID, everybody was going out getting the stream setups, doing it from home. And I mean, you go into any store, Walmart, everywhere else, they'll have little streamer setups,
Oh yeah.
with low budget gaming chairs and a table and the arm and everything. Like buy your whole setup for get yourself started. And it's everywhere because everyone started realizing, hey, I can get in on this. And so it went from people who have an entertainment value making something out of something they love to everybody's on it. And now you have to kind of filter through that fuzz to find people who are going to be attracted to you. And you have to find a way to get those people to notice you if you are truly an entertaining person.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
no,
you're
that's
100% right.
good. And being an entertaining, like, just because you're good at a video game doesn't mean you're going to be good at streaming. Like, you have to be entertaining, you have to hold the views, you have to interact with your community, everything like that. And so,
Bro, I literally watched the dude who's like clapped me before, and this guy is freaking like he slaps in Warzone. And no lie, I was in his stream for 45 minutes before he even acknowledged when I was like, oh, yo, man, that was really good. I tried to like engage with him a little bit because he seems like a really good player and everything. and he's got his camera set up. He didn't say a word for 45 minutes, and then I was like literally clicking leave, and he's like, "Oh, yo, go hard." Thanks. And that was it. And I was like, yo, man, like I can watch Joe Woe, who I do watch because he's amazing, NRG, Iceman Isaac, like, and these guys are entertaining and insanely amazing players.
Oh,
My
yeah.
friend Obiz is like top tier player. And he's like super engaging. Why would I watch you just because you're good at the game? Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
I have one more question, Uncle. I don't know how many you have jotted down, but I only have one left for GoHard. So if you want to go ahead.
then ask the question.
Okay.
Wrong.
All right. So we're in December, the end of the year.
I'm glad you
What?
can tell the months.
Yeah, my computer tells me. It's not like I'm smart.
Oh, fair. Never mind. I take it back.
What is your game of the year?
Oh.
Me.
Oh. Oh.
I'm gonna be such a fucking sellout for this.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's what you enjoyed the most.
Okay, so I really enjoyed doing Jurassic World and everything like that because it's been fun doing some single player shit.
Okay.
But no lie, like Warzone is still my game of the year. And
Oh
this new
my
map is gonna
god.
make it my game of the year. And I fucking I step away from a day and a half and I come back and I start slide canceling my little butt around. And it's just joy, like Christmas morning joy when you get that first kill with an OTS in their face and you're like, bitch, stay down. It's all of a sudden it's all up in happy days again. So
My
Yeah.
god.
Would Warzone have been your game of the year last year as well?
last year,
Last
no,
year.
actually no,
Okay.
no, I don't think so.
Really?
I'm just
Um,
making
I
sure you're
actually
not
didn't
fangirling.
start- No, so I didn't join Warzone till like season 4 of Warzone, and Samuel taught me how to play Warzone, and I've been like trying to increase my level and get better and better at it. But last year before Warzone, I was like, oh yeah, Warzone's kind of a fun thing, but whatever. Before Warzone last year, I was playing things like I'd say Horizon. Horizon was badass. That game is incredible. Or Ark. Ark has a special place in me, but it's also an addiction that I can't go back to, like crack cocaine, heroin, and
I
death.
completely understand. I have that same addiction to Ark. So
I played
Ask Paige
official
how many times
servers.
it's reinstalled.
Yeah, I played official servers, and I played in Mega Tribes, and I fucking ran people's servers. And it's not good. It is the most unhealthy game in the world. Anyone who fucking tries to tell me different is a psychopath.
I'll say that that's funny because for me it's the opposite. Last year, Warzone was definitely game of the year for me. I put so much time and energy into Warzone, and I think that's because I played it day one and it was the first year it was out, so it was a lot of fun, but it would not be my game of the year this year. What about you, Red?
Are you gonna say
Sure.
Apex?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say Apex because I've only played a little bit. So you would say Apex, Uncle Legend?
No, I would. I don't know. What's
You have
yours?
No idea.
No, I don't. What's yours?
My game of the year. That's tough for me because honestly, it's so easy to say Pokemon, but because it came out so late, it's also not so easy to say Pokemon. So if
Oh,
it
no,
was a
no.
game I spent a lot of time in, I mean, at the end of the day, it's tough to say, but I probably spent the most time in Vanguard this year. Like I didn't do a lot of gaming throughout the summer because I took a hiatus, and then also the beginning of the year was just Warzone for the most part. So I'd probably have to say Vanguard.
You know what? You wouldn't be wrong either. Vanguard's been a lot of fun. Like it's really been like return to the fun days of Call of Duty game.
That's how I feel about it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what. Here's my problem with these battle royales that have been out for years. I feel like this has been the worst year for all three, right? This has been the most hackers per capita in Warzone. Apex had their last season was shit. And then Fortnite has had 2 crappy seasons in a row. So, like, I feel like from a battle royale standpoint, this is a bad year for BRs. Season 11 and a lot of them came in late too, because like the new season for Fortnite right? If that's as good as everyone says it is, then they release that in December. The new map for Warzone is going to revitalize it, so that's going to be released in December. And then the new season for Apex just launched back in early November, late October, right? So like
we got Iron Trials in Warzone during this year, and let's face it, Iron Trials is what Warzone should have been. Iron Trials was fantastic, even the playing field again, I reckon.
no,
I haven't even spent a minute in it.
I don't like Iron Trials. And it's for the sole fact that I just don't think that the game is built to be played that way. That's just me personally.
I loved Iron Trials. I felt like it opened that skill gap up again. You couldn't have Tiny Tim get the meta Krieg with 0 recoil shooting you across the map. Like, you had to earn that shit to get there, and you had to have gunplay with floor loot weapons. And the floor loot weapons were decent, that even if someone got the loadout, you could still compete with them with a floor loot weapon. Like, I was clapping people on there, whereas on the regular mode, you know, someone would get their loadout right off the rip because they found enough money, and then you get Krieged every 5 seconds just by someone who's like on top of Superstore or half the map away. Because the Krieg back then was like really bad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the Iron Trials
meta was
balanced
pretty rough.
DMR meta is by far the worst, and you can't change my mind. I didn't even play Warzone.
You're right.
I didn't even play Warzone during the DMR meta. I'm gonna level with everyone. I think I played for a grand total of like 4 hours during the DMR meta, and I played any other game but Warzone because that game it was so bad.
I went 1.2 KD to 0.93 because of the DMR meta. So no, that was trash.
Oof.
So actually, that's kind of a good transition into kind of out of the interview style and more into, you know, kind of us just talking, catching up on some news and stuff. Uncle has suggested we talk about thoughts on battle royales kind of changing video games, you know, the landscape of how it is. I mean, it used to be, you know, you had your multiplayers, you come home, you jump in a game, play a couple of games, versus battle royales now where, you know, it could be a half-hour long game you're jumping into, not just a 10-minute. So, Uncle, do you want to kind of talk a little bit more on that and what your feelings towards it?
I feel like the battle royale games, like they changed the way that content creators create content, right? Battle royale games are really easy and really easy for content creators to not only get content out of, but also like just be able to play and interact with chat, because you're not always in a gunfight, but when you are in a gunfight, it's such high stakes that it makes it fun, right? So you're able to make these clips, you're able to engage with chat. Crazy things happen because you got vehicles, you got trick shots, you've got weird glitches and everything. But from a casual gamer standpoint, right? I feel like the battle royale games aren't it. Right.
For the casual market.
For the casual market. Because here's the thing. For a lot of people, most people, when you're looking into a game or you're looking at something, you're going to look to content creators, right? And one of my big problems with the battle royale meta, that's what we'll call it, the battle royale meta, is that content creators, especially smaller channels who have grown off of battle royales, abuse their power, if you will. And they'll try to say things like Halo Infinite isn't going to make it without a battle royale. Wrong. False. First of all, that game wasn't made for you. That game was made for diehard Halo fans, and all 343 Industries and Microsoft needs is they just need those people who have been waiting for this game their entire lives to have that game, right? Because like people like me, right? I played Halo Combat Evolved all the way up to Halo Reach, loved it, right? All the way through. Halo 4 didn't have a great time, but it was okay because I also played Call of Duty, and that was the most Call of Duty-esque Halo that was in there. And then you had Halo 5, which was just way over the top, and for me, not fun because it wasn't Halo to me. If I wanted to play a game like that, I'd rather go play Battlefield or Call of Duty. Halo had its own niche, and for me, it hit that niche, and so with Halo Infinite coming out, that's who it's aimed at, right? But you have content creators trying to pressure people into asking for a battle royale that really the world doesn't need. We don't need a Halo battle royale. We have Warzone. We have Fortnite. we have Apex, and then on top of that, we have Battlefield 2042's Hazard Zone style game, right? So we have the market's already saturated. You don't need a Halo Battle Royale. Do I think that it would be fun? Oh, hell yeah.
That was going to be my question. Did you think it would be fun? No.
I think
Fun
it'd
to
be
play, fun to stream.
Yeah, I think it'd be a blast, but I feel like it could lead down a path that we don't want to go down, and that's the Call of Duty path, to where their multiplayer suffers and their zombies content suffers because their battle royale makes them so much fucking money that they just dump everything into the BR. Like the Modern Warfare 2019 multiplayer got hardly any good updates once Warzone released.
Yeah,
Like I think
agree
it,
100% there.
Yeah, I think it got one, right? But before, like pre-Warzone, Modern Warfare 2019's multiplayer was phenomenal, right? Black Ops 4 went the same way with Blackout because everybody played Blackout, so you got a shit ton of Blackout content, and Black Ops 4's multiplayer pretty much remained stagnant after the first 2 months. And I'm afraid that if Halo announces that they're going to do a battle royale, they're going to have to do the same thing, and it's going to end up impacting the core mechanics of the game and what makes the game fun now for people who actually enjoy Halo, and it'll end up ruining it. And I feel like that's where a lot of games end up going. So from a content creation standpoint, battle royales are a really nice thing. They're awesome for content creators like myself, but for the casual gamer, for diehard fans of a certain franchise, I feel like there's a lot to be desired, and it ends up taking away resources that could be used to make the franchise better.
Okay. So if you could go back in time and stop PUBG and Fortnite from happening, do you think it would be better for the current game market?
No.
Okay.
No, because battle royales are great. We'll call them the gateway drug of gaming. Because you get a lot of these younger kids, right? Like let's say like 8, 9, 10 years old, they want to play Fortnite because Fortnite's cool, Fortnite's popular and everything. So they get into Fortnite, and then they start to discover other aspects of gaming, other ways for it to go. And could that happen without Fortnite? Yes, but the sheer popularity of Fortnite and what it brought, and the amount of people it brought into gaming, I think is worthy of it screwing up a few other things along the way.
Okay.
And I hate Fortnite. I'm gonna level with everyone. I hate Fortnite, but I have mad respect for what it did for the gaming community, because
it accomplished a lot for sure.
Yeah, and yeah, you have the toxic side of Fortnite, but it also brought in a really wholesome side that, like, you know, of funny clips and like just comedy style of it. I mean, you can look at 40 ounce bounce, for example. I mean, he got really popular off of Fortnite, and most of his clips are just him fucking around trying to hit, you know, trick shots or
yep.
yeah. And so you know, you got both sides of it, and it's huge. But I think that, like, even though I hate the game itself, what it did for gaming, it is really great.
GoHard, what do you think?
I was gonna say, the way I see it is like people need to stop trying to blur the lines. Like Call of Duty was a multiplayer game before, right? Like we all played the multiplayer. We all grew up playing multiplayer. We loved it. We're older. Fortnite came out, introduced the whole battle royale aspect, which our younger generations were like, "Oh shit, this is better." And some of us who are a bit older were like, "Oh, that's an even cool new way." But like what you say about Halo, I 100% agree. I don't think they ever need to go the route for battle royale. I don't think Battlefield needs to go the route for battle royale. We have Call of Duty. Call of Duty went the battle royale route. It was kind of iffy with what was that last one called?
Blackout.
Blackout.
Yeah, Blackout was kind of iffy. I mean, it was a cool idea, but it was whatever. Warzone just hit the nail on the head. They made it work, and that's cool. Battlefield 2042, whatever, came out, and it's got all its other bugs and stuff, but it doesn't need to have a battle royale because it's an open world, different style of shooting game. They took their multiplayer aspect to a larger open map with vehicles and rest, and you play it for that. Halo, if they were going to do anything, just goes, I think, more in the direction of a larger, more open world-ish maps, but you don't need a battle royale. They're separate things, right?
Yeah.
People, I think, are too caught up in this whole idea of like, well, one shooter made it in battle royale, everything must go battle royale, and they forget that, like, well, no, like we still got a lot of people who play multiplayer in Call of Duty because that's what they play it for. you have a lot of Warzone players, you got your multiplayer players, you've got your Battlefield players, and you've got your Halo players. Like these are all separate entities completely. I would play Battlefield to play the larger map on my vehicles and play Conquest. That's my deal with Battlefield. I don't want to play a battle royale at all on Battlefield. I want to play Conquest. And multiplayer Call of Duty, I've grown to like Warzone, and so now I don't really play multiplayer Call of Duty at all. I just play Warzone. I enjoy the challenge more, but I feel like that's a special niche. Fortnite, I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. I went on there for 15 minutes and watched some kid flip up a mansion in front of my face, and I was like, nah, fuck it. And that was it. Like, I couldn't keep up to it. Apex, it's the same sort of niche as Warzone, except for it appeals to the different audience who aren't into the Call of Duty gameplay. They're more into something brighter, colorful, maybe a bit more detailed, maps, whatever. And that's good for them. I couldn't really get into it. Halo, completely different again. Halo's known for its multiplayer and competitive multiplayer.
Yeah.
Right? And why would you change that? If you're going to change it, maybe have some cooler design multi-leveled maps or something, right? Or it's like Vanguard trying to add the demolishable areas or walls and the fucking door things and stuff like that. I don't know about anyone else, but 9% of that thing, I think is trash. I don't sit there picking away little pieces so I can peek through or anything like that. I fucking full stack sprint through it to make it shatter around me and get the drop on someone. Like that's literally all I do. I do not give a fuck that there is a piece of wood that I can chip away at while some little Timmy runs across the map underneath, comes up behind and kills me and teabags my corpse. Like,
so zero tactical out of GoHard. It's just all balls to the wall.
Yeah, it's about drive. It's about power. We stay hungry. We devour.
Yeah, man. The Rock's Canadian too, you know.
Dude, you know, one thing that you just said I'm gonna blow everybody's mind, right? This clip of this podcast is about to go viral, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. Because you want to know, I changed my mind on a Halo Battle Royale. It would suck and it would be boring, and you want to know why? Because of Apex. Take Apex, remove the movement, remove the special abilities. There's your Halo Battle Royale. There it is. Because it's got the time to kill, it's got the recoil control, it's got that you got to stay, you know, in engagements and everything, but pretty much just take the movement out of Apex and take all of the character's special abilities, and there you go. There's your Halo Battle Royale. That's a boring ass game.
Not wrong.
That's same with Battlefield. Take Battlefield, put it in a battle royale. What do you have? Call of Duty.
Yeah, like that's literally that's not fun. No one's going to enjoy that. So just let Halo fans enjoy their game, and why don't you go back to playing your battle royale and leave the rest of us alone? Because
fuck off back to Fortnite already. Jesus.
that's my opinion on it.
Yeah, like, you probably just changed my mind on a Halo BR. Like I do think it will be fun just because I feel like Halo is it's a rehashed old game. It doesn't really have much to offer me other than hop in for some mindless fun once in a while. But you're right. I mean, after playing Apex, I feel like Apex is kind of a merger of Overwatch and like Call of Duty BR. They kind of merged it where you get the classes, you get better movement and everything. So yeah, I think you probably changed your mind on a Halo BR.
Here's a question though. Like I haven't played Halo, right? Because I've played PlayStation since since I rode my dinosaur down a store to get one. But
right.
With Halo, right? Like I used to watch my friend play it back in the day on Halo 1 or whatever. Do they have large ass conquest style game mode? Because if not, that would be dope, I think, on Halo. Like with the vehicles they have, doing a conquest mode. Like Battlefield has their conquest mode. Doing that for Halo might match and be fun and competitive. But
yeah,
Royale, I don't know.
You have Big Team Battle, which is 16 on 16. On larger scale maps, almost all of it's objective based. There's you'll rarely get into a TDM Big Team Battle match that people enjoy. So almost everyone tries to play objective only, but no, it does. It works really well. Like you've got the power weapons. You've got like playing more tactical so that you lose gunfights. You've got to maintain your health. Like there's a lot of good elements that work well in large scale battles in Halo. Just they don't transfer to a battle royale at all. And I think people are looking at nostalgia over implementation, right? So like,
People are just not willing to like accept that it's just a new niche. They want to blur the line, be like every shooter must go this direction instead of being like, no, something new was created, something new emerged. It now stands alone in its own space. So
Yeah.
now you have battle royale space, you have multiplayer competitive space, and you have fucking, I don't know, whatever, like other shit. There's no need for it. Although what there is a need for, and if no one fucking played it, is Resistance. Resistance needs to come back, be PlayStation exclusive because fuck every other console, and then that needs to have its own big multiplayer. That has to come back though, because that's one of the greatest first-person shooters ever.
I hate any exclusive. I think the game market should be open for everybody to play.
I think
I
don't
only
think they
like
should-
exclusive
PS
not
should be
lock-
good.
They should not lock a game behind you buying a certain console.
Especially when
I
you can't
agree,
get the
but-
console and the consoles are $500.
I
Yeah,
agree,
exactly.
but I really like PlayStation exclusives because I have a PlayStation. So, PlayStation
Okay.
5, hit me up, mama.
Go hard. I will say this. I think that it's been a blast having you on.
Well, that's where I get kicked out, isn't it?
You're not getting kicked out.
I'm pretty sure I'm being kicked out.
No, we agreed. We agreed beforehand on a time limit on the podcast, and we're reaching that time limit.
Sounds like I'm getting kicked out.
I'm gonna kick you out. You're getting kicked
getting
out.
kicked out.
You can go. You know what? You can find your shit in the box on the left. You can take it and you can go out the door. All right.
All right, sounds good. Unfollow!
You always
Seriously, go
unfollow.
hard. We loved having you on. It was great having you. I appreciate you taking the time and being our first ever guest on this fucking project that we're working on.
Yeah, it can only go up from here now, can it?
Oh yeah.
And that bar real fucking low.
Yeah, we got you out of the way. We're good.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, but for real, for anybody listening at home, when we post this, or for anybody in our chats, if you want to know how to find GoHard, how to find his stream, how to find his content, we are going to tag him in in a Twitter post, and we're also going to post his socials in that same Twitter post. So go ahead and follow both Red and myself on Twitter at RedDevil321 and Uncle Legend with a 3 in the E. Or with a 3 in the E, with L3GEND, since I can't even spell my own name. And yeah, go hard. It has been a lot of fun. I appreciate you being here for real, dude.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. It was a lot of fun. I enjoy this format, and I'm pretty sure you guys will have a lot of good episodes. So I'll be watching, man. I'll be around.
Oh, hey, I
Appreciate you.
appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
All right.
All
So you want
right.
to go over a little news here before we call it, or
Yeah, no, let's, this is going to be, I think we're going to stick with this format. So I'm just going to say this, at the end of the podcast, we're going to go over any new and upcoming news, really quickly. And, in the gaming community, in the gaming world, anything that we deem necessary to put at the end of our podcast. And then also we're going to be taking, right after we're done with the news, we're going to take questions and interact with the community a little bit more. We're going to go back to kind of how the first episode went for a little while. And we are going to try and keep every episode under 2 hours.
sounds good?
Hopefully. So with that being said, you first, Daddy. You had the first one, I think.
Yeah, so one of the articles I read was about Activision Studio let go of 12 Call of Duty QA testers. Now, do you think this is because everything's kind of switching over to Vanguard, which is that Sledgehammer?
Yes.
So, do you think it's because of that, or what do you think happened there?
I think that a lot of it probably just has to do with prioritizing what they're going to be doing. So, Activision controls all of the games. The games haven't been going fantastic in terms of quality.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of bugs, been a lot of glitches. I think they're just trying to get new eyes on it. I feel like they're trying to actually listen to the community, especially in lieu of the recent lawsuits and allegations against not only the old CEO but also the new one now. I think they're just trying to keep their community happy and try to save their asses, and part of that's going to come with making their quality run better. Like, just make sure that they put out quality content.
That's kind of what I thought. They were just kind of clearing the map for the next project.
Yeah.
Maybe trying to move out of some of the old QA testers just because of everything that happened. I mean, obviously they're under fire for not having an anti-cheat.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's happy about them not having an anti-cheat. So
Which, speaking of which, releasing on December 8th, 21, is going to be the new Caldera. I think I'm saying that right. Caldera Warzone map, which is going to feature a crap ton of new POIs. There's going to be planes. There's going to be possible changes. They haven't quite announced yet, but there's possible changes to the movement as well as there is a high possibility that if they switch over to the Vanguard engine and in terms of movement, there won't be as much ability to slide cancel. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. That's in 2 days. That's for Vanguard users. If you are Vanguard owners, if you don't own Vanguard, then you can pick up the new map as well as the update for it and everything on December 9th. And then everybody can just go to town this weekend. And with that update, ladies and gentlemen, it's been 2 years and the game finally released a fucking anti-cheat. So there you go. The Ricochet Anti-Cheat will be coming in the new update. It is a kernel driver anti-cheat. So pretty much what that means is it's going to be scanning through your computer looking for files that try to manipulate the game files in Call of Duty. If you want to know more on how that works, there's actually a great video on YouTube. It's the first one that pops up if you Google the Ricochet kernel driver. They can explain a little bit more in depth. But I think it's going to work. So I know that it got leaked a little while ago, right? And they're trying to work from the back end to cheat into it and put cheats out for other players. Here's the problem that I see them running into. It's really easy now that they have an anti-cheat to update it and counteract those cheats. So I feel like the possibility of cheaters is going to go down, but also the consequences got higher because if you get caught cheating on the Ricochet anti-cheat, they are doing perma hardware bans, so you will actually have to replace parts of your PC just to play the game again. Is it worth the $10,000 that you're going to have to pay for a new CPU at this point? With the current market, probably not. So I feel like we're going to see a huge decrease in cheating. Even if they have the cheats available, I feel like the consequences are just too high.
Well, and I feel like any game you don't have behind a paywall, you have to have an anti-cheat. You can't be a free game and just let everybody run rampant. If you don't have an anti-cheat, people are just going to do what they're doing now. They get the cheat, they get banned. Oh, I'll just create another email. Simple.
Yeah, it's stupid. But also, in more technology news, not so much gaming news, but DDR5 RAM has been developed. There's a couple sticks out now. I wanted to go over a few things that you need to know before you buy the DDR5 RAM. One of the big things is you will need an entirely new motherboard. They're not quite released yet, and if they are, they're extremely expensive. Even though the sticks look identical, and you think that you could plug them in, they do not work the same. I have an example here.
Different form factor.
Yes. So there it is. So everybody can see it. The gold pins down here, right? Those all power certain chips and stuff inside of the stick. In the DDR5, they run differently. So when your motherboard sends an electronic signal to fire something in your RAM, there's a really high chance that you could short out either the RAM or the motherboard, and there you go. Now you're out $1,000 to upgrade. So even though there is some CPUs that are able to support DDR5 RAM, and there's also some boards out there that can also support DDR5 RAM, it's just not a good time to get into it right now. However, the speeds and the upgrade probability is going to be huge. The base storage space on DDR5 sticks is 32 gigabytes. So as opposed to the standard 8 gigabyte that you have with DDR4, you get 16 gigabytes per stick on DDR5. And that's going to come at you at the same price as a 8 gig. And then also the base clock speeds are higher, with starting at 3600 millihertz instead of capping out at 3600. So
yeah, I think the only problem is just like any new technology being released right now is how can you get a hold of it without paying a scalper? Because the last I checked, they were going for like $1,000 for 32 gigs on eBay.
Hey, I'm glad you mentioned that.
And not to mention, like, I was pricing motherboards for DDR5, and anywhere from 3 to 5 to 500.
Yep. So with Red talking about scalpers, that is another thing in your technology news. The United States House and Senate are attempting to pass a bill that would outlaw the use of bots to buy up technology such as graphics cards, CPUs, gaming devices, and the like on the internet. So if that bill gets passed, websites such as Newegg and Amazon and Best Buy and whatever else you want to use will actually be implementing services to help and prevent bots from buying up their stock, which should hopefully make cards and processors more easy to come by for you guys, hopefully bringing the price down from scalpers. That bill has not yet gone through, but if it does, that'd be a huge thing for the community.
Yep. As long as they can find a way to implement it quickly. I mean, you could see as soon as 6 months after it's passed that prices on graphics cards go from $1,200 for a fucking 3070 back down to where it should be around $500-600.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll finally be able to upgrade.
Yeah, I want to upgrade too.
Yeah.
That is everything that I have. Did you have anything else?
As far as news, not really. It's been a little slow. I mean, we kind of got all these games released, but we're on the other side of that now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I really have as far as news.
Oh, one last thing I almost forgot. Also, Halo Infinite releasing December 8th. That is going to release at, I believe, midnight Eastern on December 8th. I'll have to fact check that, but I looked it up before this and I forgot, but I'm fairly certain that's what it says. So you can pick up, you can finally run through the campaign and you get the entire full game of Halo Infinite that you can check out, you can look at. It is going for $60 US as the base price. However, it will be a day one exclusive on Xbox Game Pass. So Xbox users and PC Game Pass users, you guys should be able to load into that and pre-save it as early as tomorrow night. This was recorded on the 6th, so as early as the 7th, you should be able to preload it. That being said, I think that's going to be huge. The multiplayer, it's the fact that that was in beta and it was almost a full release is absolutely wild. So I can't wait to see what they do with the full release of the multiplayer, all the modes, everything like that, as well as the ranked game mode. What are they going to go with that?
Yeah, it should be interesting to see like what they can do with the full game now coming out. We could see new modes. Like you said, the ranked could be a big thing. I think you see a lot of content creators grinding out ranked.
I already got Onyx, bitches. Try and catch me.
Catch Uncle.
Yeah, but there it is. There you guys go. That is your gaming and technology news with Uncle Legend and Red Devil on the Boulder Dash podcast. Now, anybody in chat, this is your chance. You got questions, you got comments, you got anything like that. We're going to be reading those. We're going to do that for the next, we'll say 20 minutes or so, okay, or until we get tired.
Fair enough. I do have a couple questions from my Discord if we wanted to start it off there until chat gets rolling.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So, Jakey Lakey, he's a friend of mine on Twitch, wants to know what upcoming games we are looking forward to. I'll let you go first.
None of them. I don't know.
No games. I want to play my old shit.
There was one actually. There's a new battle royale releasing in 2022 that looks absolutely wild. I gotta look it up though. Hold on, I'm googling it. You go while I look this up.
Okay. So for me, Arc 2 drops next year. So a lot of my games that I'm looking forward to are a little further out. So Arc 2 is one of them. One of the other ones I'm really looking forward to. I'm a Pokemon nerd. You guys are going to learn that if you keep listening to this podcast. Legends of Arceus comes out at the end of January. I'll be streaming the ever-living hell out of that. As far as upcoming games, those are the only two that I'm really looking forward to.
Okay.
Other than that, I'll be playing the old stuff, and I'll probably be digging into some Apex.
Yeah, here, let me get a game release calendar for upcoming games. Game releases.
You know what? I use Opera for that, and sometimes there's some good ones. But I didn't see anything because I was kind of looking before the podcast, get an idea what the hell we're going to talk about at this point. I didn't see anything.
Oh, Rainbow, yeah, a Rainbow Six Extraction. That I'm probably gonna try that. So Rainbow Six Extraction is going to be like a It's going to have the same elements and implementations like Rainbow Six Siege, but it's going to be in a zombie survival style of game.
Okay.
So it's going to be PvE. It looks absolutely wild. If you haven't already, look up the launch trailer or the release trailer for it, because it looks insane. Like, it looks hectic, chaotic, crazy. It's perfect, right up my alley.
Okay. And that was Rainbow Six.
King Quackington wants to know what is 2 plus 2. That's easy. That's a 6.
21.
21.
Always 21.
Oh, shoot. I forgot about it. Sons of the Forest releases in May.
Oh, that's something I'll probably play.
Yeah, that's one that I think I'm going to try and get a group to run through the entire game with. Try and grind it with 4 other people, because it is going to be multiplayer. For anybody that doesn't know, Sons of the Forest is the prequel to the PC phenomenon The Forest, which was a huge game. Everybody loved it. And Sons of the Forest is going to be releasing May 20th. I'm super stoked for that.
I am down to run with you. I love The Forest, so I am more than willing to play Sons of the Forest.
Oh, let's get it, Daddy. Oh, shoot. In August of next year, Saints Row releases. It's a revamp on the series.
A revamp. So they're not going to do, like, you're the president and go into space shit?
That's
what, like, turned me off.
They're not going to do... Yeah, so it's back to the roots. You're a, gangster in the city. Like, the whole 9. They're revamping the whole thing. New characters, new story, new graphics, new everything.
Am I able to beat people with a giant dildo bat? That's my only question. If that's a yes, I'm down.
Probably, dude. It's Saints Row. I mean, I
know,
hope
right?
so.
One thing I did see was Generation Zero is coming to Games Pass. I think it's already there as of today.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've seen anything about this, but apparently there was a big update for it, and it's something I'll probably end up picking up and trying. It's like an 80s style sandbox, open world building, but like the robots took over the world. So you're kind of surviving, gathering, and building your base. Looks kind of promising.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, King, any viable answer to 2 plus 2 would be 6, 21, or fish. Fish works too.
Right.
Yep.
Fish works too.
I think those are most of the games I'm excited for, though. I can't find that Battle Royale. Is this it? I can't ever find...
It's one of the things I usually get excited when I see it like a day or two before launch.
Yeah, it's releasing in 2022, but it's like it's a more tactical variant on battle royales. It's not as crazy and hectic, and a lot of it's based more on positioning and working together as a team. It's got huge team play elements in it, but it's set. It's kind of like it's set in kind of a world like The Division. Did you ever play those games?
Yeah, I did. I played some. I didn't play a lot.
It's kind of set up like that.
Okay.
But open world and battle royale. Yeah, and then I guess that's wait.
Yeah, as far as Discord questions, a lot of the other ones that I had, we kind of already covered earlier in the podcast. Just thoughts on Vanguard and 2042. Yeah, anybody in my chat, you guys got anything you want to ask? Now is the time.
Yeah, any questions? Maybe you guys are tired. You ain't gotta ask a question. We just want to open it up. I didn't have anything in my Discord.
Yeah. I mean, if we don't got any more questions, then this might be a good place to wrap her up.
Redline, I have 2 cameras. So Red has my other camera and I have my camera that I normally use to stream, and we couldn't quite get it perfectly dialed in, so we just went with it.
Yep. First episode, we're allowed to have some balderdash in our podcast.
Do fishes see water?
Do fishes see water? Pretty sure they don't.
I don't think they do, because they can't see glass.
Yeah, it'd be like us seeing air.
Do you think they see air?
I said it would be like us.
Do you think
air.
fish stick their head up out of the sea and they're just like, holy shit?
That could be. What if it is? Wouldn't that fuck with them?
Yeah, they're like, oh my god! It's just completely clouds their vision. It just looks like I don't know. That'd be wild.
Katiecation Gaming Vacation says, will we get to see you guys pole dance? Probably my next drinking stream that'll happen. The odds are
There you
pretty
go.
high.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I was already busting it down when I was drunk last time, so I can't. Pole dancing wouldn't really be that far fetched.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna install a pole back here and just be twerking it for the audience, you know.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real here. Like, between the two of us, I guarantee that pole dancing will eventually happen on one channel or the other.
Yeah, it's almost certain.
Yeah. I think that's good though. I'm gonna end the recording here shortly. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who showed up. I hope you all enjoyed the live Balderdash episode 1, or the Balderdash podcast episode 1. To everybody listening to this on the recording, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. You can find both of our socials at uncle_L3Gend on, or wait, do I have an underscore? Shit.
You do have an underscore.
And my Twitch or my Twitter?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Do you have an underscore?
Yeah.
We're gonna be.
Should have been prepared.
We're gonna be making. Okay, stay tuned for episode 2 because I'm gonna make full social accounts for the Boulder Dash podcast, and you'll be able to find links to all of our personal socials, any of our guest hosts. You're gonna find guest hosts like history and everything. If you yourself want to be a guest host on the podcast, there's only 2 requirements. 1, you have a working mouth, and 2, you have Discord. Other than that, we don't have any other type of requirements. You just have to go to the Discord, either the Devil's Den or Uncle's House. Both Discords are in our Twitch channels respectively, and let us know that you want to be a guest. As for our schedule on streaming the podcast and where the podcast is going to go in the future, stay tuned to both of those Discords because we will be announcing episode 2 on there. It's either, I'm going to make it easy for you guys, okay? It's going to either launch on Thursday or Monday. We haven't decided yet. But just watch for the noties. And other than that, I think we're good.
Yeah, so just a big thank you to both of our communities. Without you guys, obviously, we wouldn't be doing this shit. And anyone listening post stream here, appreciate you. Thank you so much for taking the time and just hearing our 2 wacky asses say stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just something we wanted to do. We like talking, and here we are.
Exactly. And as they say in Coney Island, fuck your life! Bing bang!